So we're going to take a quick look at the driver before we start the program. It's the model view controller. So the model's created, which is basically the actual playing that's involved, and the controller's created, which also creates the GUI, which will hold the player. So we're just going to start that real quick. So now that we've got the sampler up and going, we're going to need an actual playlist to look at. So let's go over to Spotify real quick. This is just one that I usually mess around with. It's just a bunch of video games tracks. So we just need to grab the URL from the top and go to the sample box. So now we'll just enter this into the entry. And these two buttons will signify the two boxes you see behind you. If they're checked, they'll be cleared after this action, but they're already clear, so you're already going to see. And now the sampler should start to grab tracks, as you just see, and it'll begin to play them in a sampled manner. It plays them and it grabs any random order. So every time you sample, you're going to get something different. This is the detail tab of the current playlist you're looking at. It contains every single track that's in that playlist. And as you see when you open it up, it gives you just a little bit more information about it. You got the name, the album that it's on, the artist that produced it, and also there is there's a link to the Spotify album. So in case you ever want to just find out more about it, you can click that link and go to it. So we're just going to add these tracks to our favorited list so we can export them later. Normally you wouldn't want to just favorite every single song you hear unless you're just that nice. I'm just going to go up here and look at this real quick. So there's three modes of exporting at the moment. You can export it to a CSV file, an existing Spotify playlist, or a new Spotify. There might be more to come, so it's not just completely dependent on Spotify. And here's just some defaults that I put in to make testing and just using this a lot more simpler. And then it also keeps a record of the 5 most recent playlists you've sampled, so you can go back to those really easily. And then while we're here, I might as well go ahead and show off the exit confirmation so you just don't accidentally close out of a sampling playlist. So it looks like 3 is a good number of tracks, so let's go ahead and make a new playlist out of these. So we just go in there and open this menu, and this will let us go ahead and set up a new playlist. Well, if we have the other Zelda, we might as well grab Ocarina of Time as well. So now we're going to export it to a new playlist, and we're just going to give it a name like Video Game Test. And we're going to go ahead and export that. So that made a request to the Spotify server, so we're just going to wait a second and let that go through. So it looks like now the Spotify server's updated. So we're going to go to the web browser to check to be sure. This is our new playlist, and here's all the tracks that we favorited, now exported online. So we've got 2 more, so why not go ahead and toss those into our favorites, and this will just show off how we can append new tracks to the existing playlist. So we're just going to open up that dialog box. Now we need to go back to the Spotify window and grab that URL again. And we'll just go ahead and drop it right in there and export it to that playlist. And this is another process that can take quite some time to show up. I'm not really sure why it takes so long. It'd probably work better in the Spotify app instead of the web browser. So I might as well go ahead and show off the pause functionality while I'm doing this. So the way this pauses isn't immediate. It pauses at the end of each current track. So it's just going to wait till it gets to that 30-second mark and then pause. So while we're waiting, I felt it was worthy to talk about how I decided to append. Spotify will allow you to put duplicates into a playlist, but I made it so you can't, just because I didn't like that functionality. And now you'll see that we've reached past the 30-second mark. There's no current track playing, but the counter's still going up, just because I did that. Now we click play, and it's back to playing again. And then finally, we'll switch back over to the Spotify web browser, and you'll see now it's updated. It's got the tracks that we added into it appended on the end. And no duplicate tracks. So yeah, thank you for watching my demo, and hopefully in the future I'll have expanded on this a bit more.